These stimulating and equally important topics all suggest that the following questions should be asked and answered, and answers provided. 1. Healthcare delivery in Nigeria. How far, how well, and are there any lessons to be learned? 2. Where have we achieved good results? 3. What did we do right to achieve the results? And 4. What do we need to do to get even better results? Well, I'm sure you will be discussing this and you will answer all these questions. It is worthy of note that the Nigerian Medical Association town hall meeting you convened to awaken the political actors to the urgent need of making healthcare delivery issues a dominant discourse in the wake of the 2019 general election is strategic. I think you're wise to do that. Let them promise you, but let them also fulfill the promise they will make to you. If they are to be elected, if you are to cast the vote for them, then they've got to really consider this. If you don't, rise up and speak for health of Nigerians, who would? It is therefore my hope that your discussions at this meeting shall provide workable answers to the questions posed earlier. I trust that your actionable remedies will produce solutions to various urgent and topical issues that currently dominate global health with regard to our own country. These include universal health coverage, national health insurance scheme, and funding of the health system, primary health care for all, and emergency care provision for all, including things like ambulances and blood transfusion services, and emergency preparedness in epidemics like Lassa fever, meningitis, and this new disease that I've only just learned about, monkeypox. Is it for eating monkeys? The time has come to advance the healthcare of Nigerians beyond partisan politics. The countries where thousands of Nigerians go to for medical tourism, have been able to put health at the top of their priority, ensuring that adequate economic and social plans and funds is provided for that sector. Well, why don't we do it in Nigeria? I can assure you we had that sort of plan during my time, the 7580 development plan. And if that was a beginning for us to make sure that all the teaching hospitals, plus any new one, would be made sure that they have fund to provide for total excellent medical service that would not require you to go abroad for that treatment, because we have excellent and wonderful doctors who are famous in foreign countries, but they are not here in Nigeria to serve. So Nigeria should not be relying on foreign donors, agencies, and partners for funding health programs. Let us, as a nation, reprioritize our needs. security, health and education should come tops in the shopping list of needs. I call on the appropriate authorities at various levels to devise innovative and creative homegrown modalities of using what we have to achieve our goals. The task at hand is enormous, and government cannot do it alone. It is therefore necessary for the enabling conditions must be created to engage and attract investment from the private sector, corporate and business community, development partners, and net worth people in the country. Public-private partnership opportunities have provided smart alternative in healthcare financing globally. Nigeria should not delay in strategically implementing this program, which has been involved in several editions of the National Health Policy documents since 2005. Health deserves all the attention to deal with the many poor indices that impair Nigeria's development: maternal, neonatal, and child mortality and morbidity due to low routine immunization coverage, infectious diseases, outbreaks, and non-communicable diseases on the increase. However, I note with great delight NMA's Nigerian Medical Association acknowledgement and appreciation of our National Assembly for passing the National Health Act 2014. I call on them to work closely with the Nigerian Medical Association so as to always put health matters at the top of their legislative priorities, particularly adequate budgetary approvals for that sector. I call on government at all levels, federal, state, and local government, to put health matters among the top of all budgetary considerations and release funds as and when due for implementation without delay. The Nigerian Medical Association, I understand, have been running a free medical and surgical missions nationwide in which millions of Nigerians have benefited. You deserve the commendation of all. Permit me to express the gratitude of our less privileged citizens who have benefited from the magnanimity of the Nigerian Medical Association to you for this noble act and gesture. This program also, I understand, offers a window of opportunity to state and local governments and NGOs to partner with the Nigerian Medical Association in providing super specialized medical services to indigent communities using the outreach model rather than relying or engaging foreign organizations with doubtful competencies. Reaching out to the poor and needy in the society is a heavenly duty. May God bless the Nigerian Medical Association and reward you all for this service rendered. To you, my respected members of the Nigerian Medical Association, as you deliberate in the next few days, I urge you all to always put the nation first and above all other considerations. Avoid unnecessary confrontations with governments, acts that would always adversely affect the general public you are called to serve. I call on the government to give a hearing and listening ears to your advice, suggestions, and recommendations. I appeal for constructive examination of issues with maturity and patriotism. Learn to use the appropriate channels for advancing your grievances. I end by wishing you a fruitful and successful deliberations. Accept my felicitations to you all as you deliberate and decide on the next line of action and to select your new leadership team. Thank you all for listening, and God bless you all. Thank you.
There are the opening remarks by the chairman of this occasion, General Yakubu Gowon, former head of state of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Of course, they're talking about the deliberations that will continue at this event. It is the 58th AGC ATM of the Nigerian Medical Association. Solutions to urgent issues that dominate global health in regards to Nigeria: primary health care for all, emergency preparedness, medical tourism, and other things. They're said by the chairman of this event, General Yakubu Gowon, former head of state.